Hey everybody, my name is Rachel Pierce. I am taking a life coaching class by DEHAC in Denver right now, and I wanted to make this video to talk to you guys about some of the things that we've learned about, and to kind of just open up the table and open up a forum and get your guys' input on one of the things that I've been thinking about. So something that we learn about in our class is about corporality, language, and emotion, and those things seem a little bit hard to understand at first, but corporality is just how you express yourself. It's the way that you hold your body, your physical, body, and how you move. Your language is the words that you use to express yourself, and your emotion is the way that you feel. So generally, these things need to go hand in hand in order for things to make sense, for people to understand. So the example that we were given that I loved was if somebody says, if they're hanging their head and they say, yeah, I'm really happy, their emotion isn't matching their corporality, which isn't matching their language. Whereas if they say, I'm so excited, then you can tell that all of those things are matching and it makes sense. So one of the things that I was really interested in when I started looking into it was Dr. Zionic had mentioned a study on, he had done a study on smiling and how if you smile, it actually tends to change how you feel. What he did was he had his patients say the letters E and U. So they would say E, which creates a smile, and U makes you frown a little bit. And so when they were saying the letter E, the patients were self-reported that they actually felt happier. So it was just interesting to see that smiling actually did make you feel happier. And that's the same thing behind affirmations. They say if you say, I'm a beautiful woman, I'm a beautiful woman, I'm a beautiful woman, and you say it over and over and over again, that you actually will start to feel like a beautiful woman. Taking all of that into account, recently I've been applying to jobs and I've been going to job interviews, and it was really interesting to think about all of these things in relation to a job interview. And so I wanted to open the forum to you guys and to discuss myself what I think about how these things apply to everyday life and specifically to a job interview. So the emotion that I think that I'm looking for and that I think that the majority of people are looking for in a job interview is confidence. So it's funny because confidence is something, again, that's very difficult to describe, but at the same time, you know it when you feel it. The example that I can give of not having confidence is, have you ever had a time where you forgot to wear deodorant and it doesn't matter what you do, you don't feel confident? You just feel like you need to get there to put deodorant on versus, you dress nice when you want to present yourself in the best light. So for example, CEOs are always wearing suits, and there's a reason they do that is because it makes them feel more confident and it also projects confidence. So obviously that's why for a job interview you would dress your best, you would dress the way that you want people to view you. But aside from that, that's one way to try to kind of trick your mentality into, with your corporality. However, I was having a little bit of trouble finding confidence. That's my own, cross that I bear. But I was having trouble finding confidence, and it had nothing to do with my abilities, or I was, overqualified for some of these jobs, but I still found myself feeling a little bit insecure. And I started to think how I could use corporality, language, and emotion to kind of trick myself into feeling more confident and also projecting a more confident me. So I was just wondering also what you guys think as far as corporality and language and emotion, how to create that emotion of confidence for a job interview. The language is obviously in your resume as well. Also, during an interview, you obviously have to project a strong, foot forward and really come off strong. But I just wanted to see, I need to think about it a little bit more, and I also want to just get feedback from everybody else about how you see corporality, language, and emotion in a job interview, and how you think that maybe we could mold those things in order to change and shape who we are. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been a pleasure making a video for you, and I look forward to hearing from you guys.